you doing? Welcome to the Real Boys Real Talk podcast, a podcast where two wise guys shoot the shit and discuss whatever they want. What's it to you? I'm telling you, folks, this podcast is where it's at. It's all right with me. So let's get to it then. Here they are, the hosts with the most, the ambitious, the atrocious Real Boys.
What is going on? This is the RBRT
Real Boys Real Talk podcast.
pilot episode.
We are just setting everything up right now, getting in the feel of things. We're gonna do a pilot episode. Kind of get familiar with the studio space. We got a nice fold-out table from the Costco.
Some cold bevies.
Cold bevies.
Sipping on that Ghost Warheads. Sour watermelon Warheads flavor.
And I went with a blue raspberry Sour Patch Kids Ghost energy drink.
I don't care. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give you guys a little taste about what the podcast is gonna be about. We're just gonna shoot the shit. We're just gonna do whatever comes to mind. Eventually, if it takes off, we might have like a little email thing, might have a little social media thing where people can like send in pictures, videos, questions, whatever the hell they want, and we respond to it. But I wanted to start off. I was going to have each of us tell a little story about whenever we were children, and that story. In the moment when we experienced it at a young age, say 5, 6, 7 years old, wasn't embarrassing at all. But then after the fact, like in hindsight, looking back, it's embarrassing as shit. Like just something you're not really proud of.
Oh man.
So
I think I know which one I'm gonna say. And
he thinks he knows. All right, let's hear it.
I don't remember. I mean, I do remember it. I was probably, I want to say I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. I was young. I was a youngin.
A real boy.
I was a real boy. I was real young.
A real youngin. All right, let's hear it.
So yeah, we were. I was at the grocery store with I believe it was my stepdad at the time. And
What was your stepdad's name? Shout out to your stepdad.
No shout out to him. He doesn't deserve a shout out.
Jim?
To be honest with you. No, it wasn't Jim. It wasn't Jim.
He knows who he is.
He knows who he is. It's a real douchey name if I'm being quite honest with you.
Vincenzo.
Something along those lines. But anyways, we're at the grocery store. We're at the grocery store and I think it was Albertsons. So we're at an Albertsons grocery store. And mind you, I'm like 5 or 6 years old maybe, and there was an employee working there, and this man was from, I want to say, somewhere deep in the heart of Africa. This was a darker man, very dark skin.
Oh,
all right.
It's really starting it off with a hot one, dude. Fucking A.
And I don't know what got into me. I don't know what it was, but there was a whole line full of people. I want to say it was rush hour at the grocery store. And I look at this man, and without even hesitating, I turn around and look at my stepdad, and I say, like, holy cow, that guy is totally black. And it was... he was black as can be, and that's... I don't know.
This boy has on his shoulders. How do you figure that out?
And at the time, obviously, I wasn't embarrassed by that. I was just a child.
You were like preaching the fucking truth.
I'll tell you what. I get told that story. My mother will tell me that story from time to time. She actually told me. She retold me that
like
story
your
the
biological
other day.
Mother.
Yeah, my biological mother. She told me that story the other day, and I was just. It was so cringy. I couldn't believe that. I mean, I can believe it. I was a young child. How could I have known better? But I think about that today, and I just think, oh man, who does that?
You. At the right age of
Apparently,
5.
exactly.
Sitting there hanging out of your shopping cart, you're like, you know what I'm going to do? Racially profile.
And yeah, I look back at that, even telling the story right now, it's a banger to start off with for sure, but I'm definitely embarrassed by it. I feel bad about it.
I can one up that story for sure.
I'm curious to hear.
Okay. So, see, unlike you, I will use names. My dad's name is Paul, right? So
That's where you get your middle name.
yeah, correct. Yeah.
You know
what we should probably do? We should probably tell him who we are.
That's probably a good idea.
The old boy Tony over here.
This is Tony here. I'm a real boy, and I got real talk.
We can end it right there. That was great.
that's all you need to know. You'll find out a whole lot more through this podcast, I'm sure.
I am Justin. He is Tony the boy. But back to the story. That was probably really unprofessional of us. But let's be real. If you're listening, you probably fucking know us.
Let's be honest, yeah. No introductions needed. My boy Justin's got an embarrassing story in hindsight.
Okay. My dad's name is Paul. He's working a couple jobs back in the day. He was working for the USDA, chasing bugs around and shit.
Chasing what?
Bugs.
Bugs?
Yeah. And
what kind of bugs was he chasing?
Fast ones.
Like actual bugs, or is that a
no?
is that code name for something?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Okay, I guess I'm not in that line of work.
He does research on bugs. So what? Like they'll have cotton will be. They had all issues. Damn, you're really making me explain this. They had issues with cotton, and like there was a pink bollworm that was getting inside of these little buds of cotton, right? Little cloves, or whatever they were called.
They're infesting the cotton.
Yeah, and so then they were eating the cotton, right? And so
Okay.
what they had to do is find a way to genetically alter the cotton so that we wouldn't have like the Great Cotton Famine of 2013.
You wouldn't want the Great Cotton Famine of 2013.
No, absolutely not.
We wouldn't have any clothes to wear. We'd be wearing synthetic materials at that point.
Fuck, we already are.
Not me.
So anyways, he was doing that, right? Working for the USDA. And like, it's a pretty good gig, dude. He's still there to this day.
Right.
Keep in mind, I was like 5, 6 in this story. Not in 2013. I'm a lot older than that. But, it would have taken time to get there.
Right. Okay.
So, his name is Paul. He worked for the USDA. He also worked for a hardware store. Ace Hardware Store.
Ace is the place.
And it was also called, it was the name of the Ace. It was like the Paul's Ace Hardware.
It was Paul's Ace Hardware, but it wasn't his Ace Hardware.
But my dad was the manager.
Okay, so it kind of was.
So I was like 6, bro. I felt like hot shit. I thought my dad owned the bitch. He worked for the government. He just owned the grocery store, not the hardware store, the grocery store. And so there we were. That was just a little backstory there.
Okay.
Sitting in my dad's F-150 right next to him. It was like on a Saturday or something, and he needed to stop by Ace to go and buy some stuff, right?
Right.
Like, he wasn't actually going into work. He was just going to pick up like some 2x4s or something.
Okay.
And so we're on the way there. I'm sitting in the seat next to him. I'm wearing denim shorts just like him. I'm sitting there, dude. I feel like hot shit. I'm strapped into the seat. I'm on the way there. And all I'm thinking about the whole time is, man, I'm going to get inside and I'm going to get some popcorn. Cause
I remember going to Ace and getting the popcorn.
They have the popcorn machine.
Definitely.
And so we arrive, and he parks by the lumber. It's kind of in the back, right? So kind of like the executive entrance.
Uh-huh.
Like, no one else goes in that way, man. I'm hot shit.
So
I get out, right? I'm walking, pitching a fucking tent in my shorts, bro. Just bricked up, dude.
What got you so turned up?
Dude, I don't know, the popcorn. Let's
be
real.
I can't wait for this popcorn all buttery.
So we're walking, and my dad just full stop. Halfway through, there I am. I look like a mini him, dude. I'm wearing like a white shirt just like him, blue jean, denim shorts. He looks down, and he's like, do something about that. I remember looking up at him, shrugging. It won't go down.
What can I do?
So he shrugged it off. He shrugged it off, dude. And so we walk inside the store.
You're just fully torqued.
Dude, just little 6-year-old stinger, dude. I'm telling you. And so I walk in, and I go up to the popcorn thing. I walk in like I own the place.
Are you still fully loaded at this point?
Dude, yeah. I'm like, what's up, Toots? Fire up the popcorn maker.
I'm here for my popcorn.
And that's it, dude. I look back and I'm like, damn. I didn't know that like you could just like put it in the waistline.
Yeah, kind of tuck it up.
Tuck it up. Yeah, no, I didn't know that, dude. I was just rocking it.
That's what fathers are for. They're supposed to teach you those
But
kinds of things.
we're talking like 2-3 inches at 6 years old.
You're just walking into the Ace Hardware. Excited to get your popcorn fully torqued.
Walking in. I'm like, say something. This broad better say something to me. She ain't gonna say nothing about my boner.
She can't
you
say
know why?
anything
Yeah,
about
my
that.
dad will can your ass.
Yeah,
He owns this place.
A full-grown lady can't say anything about a child boner. That would be inappropriate.
That would. Paul, your son seems a little.
He's fully
that's
loaded.
Not gonna slide, bro.
Oh man.
I mean, they still don't say anything about it when I walk in Ace.
They just allow it.
Nah, I just walk in with a boner. Hey, toots.
They say, hey, he's excited about the popcorn. I don't think they do popcorn anymore.
Something's wrong with that boy. Every time he comes in with a boner and he asks for
I
popcorn.
think I know why they don't do popcorn
Ripe
anymore.
age at 23, still doing it.
No shame.
We're still wearing the same pair of shorts.
Oh, that's funny. Man, I remember there is actually there's another time it involved a grocery store. I believe I was with my mother this time. And I was with my mother and my grandmother. And supposedly they were waiting in line to check out. And there were, we live in Arizona. It's hot, People like to go for a swim. And they had pool noodles on display, kind of right by the checkout line. And I want to say they were like third, fourth in line. So there was a few people. There's some people behind them too. And I picked up that pool noodle. And I put it in between my legs, and I started shaking it around. And I'm looking directly at my mom. Like a gentleman. And I'm shaking it around, and I look right at my mom and say, hey, Mom, look at my giant wiener. As I'm flapping this pool noodle around like it's my actual dong. And she was probably more embarrassed than me. I mean, I clearly wasn't embarrassed.
You were waving your big dick around.
I was waving. I was waving my big dick around, and yeah, my mother pretended like she didn't know me. She literally didn't look at me, didn't look in my direction.
Do you think that's the reason you ended up getting a stepfather?
It could have been. Could have been.
The noodle.
Yeah.
This is the last straw.
She's like,
come on, Tony.
Yeah, that was a good time. I remember there was also another time I was at so my stepdad he did some general contracting work, you know what that is. And we were at this professional baseball player's house. He was doing some work at his house, and he had this big, huge, many acres of land, and he had a full-on train track set up, going around his whole entire yard. And I want to say there was like a mile of train tracks, miniature trains, you know what I'm talking about? They had train stations and all this shit, man.
This guy's a baseball player?
He was a baseball player.
On his off time, he just plays with trains?
He was a train enthusiast, I want to say. He had a big setup for trains. It was cool. And
Who is this guy?
What was his name? I want to say his name was... this could have been his son's name.
Douglas Chuchifer.
Martin. Brandon Martin or...
Brandon Martin. Fact check.
You might have to... yeah, you could all fact check it. That might have been his son's name. I know his son went to my school. But I honestly, I couldn't remember his name. The last name was Martin.
Brandon Martin?
Yeah. I don't know. You'd have to look up. I don't know what
opened my
team he played
phone,
for.
and the first thing I saw, Ruth sent me a post earlier on Facebook, of all things.
Right.
And it was a video of a pig that lives in the house with these people.
Uh-huh.
And every time they were vacuuming the floor, the pig would run up and unplug the vacuum.
What a dick.
Dude, that's a smart pig. All right, we said Brandon.
Brandon Martin. That might have been his son's name, man. I actually don't remember what this guy's. Steve Martin.
He's a politician.
Look up Steve Martin. Maybe Steve Martin.
He was clearly white.
Steve Martin. I don't think he was. Steve Martin, the baseball player. See what team he played for.
That's an American actor, sir. Steve Martin.
I don't remember this guy's name, but he was a baseball player.
What was he in?
He was a train enthusiast. I'm looking at these trains, and I remember I squatted down, and this is like a desert landscape we're talking about. So imagine the old Southwest, the trains going through the old Southwest, and I had got a sticker from some kind of cactus right in my asshole.
What?
It went through my shorts.
Nah, that was on purpose.
It went through my shorts, and it got me right in my ass. And I go through the house looking for my my stepfather because I needed help pulling this thing out. To be honest,
he's got the good pliers too.
And I'm walking around this house. I have my pants around my ankles, and I'm literally hunched over with my pants around my ankles, walking through this guy's multi-million-dollar home. And when I find them,
sticker in the ass,
sticker right in my ass. Like, it wasn't in my butt cheek, it was in my ass hole.
Like insertion.
That's right. And I'm walking out of the master bedroom. I go into the master bedroom. I'm looking around for them. And I'm walking out of the master bedroom, and there was this long hallway, and they're at the other end. And they both look at me, and I have my pants around my ankles, and I am hunched over at a 90-degree angle.
Just running around the house.
And that baseball player, I don't know his name. Martin's the last name, I believe. He looks at my stepfather and goes, "Please tell me he did not shit all over my master bedroom or bathroom." I didn't shit all over the bathroom. I had a sticker in my ass. And I needed help getting that thing out.
What a relief.
Yeah. So yeah, I did eventually get the sticker taken out. I went back to, train watching, train spectating, and
stay away from those cactus.
Could you imagine this little kid walking around your $1 million
the downtown
home?
Station? Hey, dude, the downtown station's got a sticker problem. Can't pop a squat anywhere around there. Get a sticker in the ass.
I had a sticker right in my ass, man. And that wasn't the last time I've gotten stickers in my ass. I can remember a handful of times since then that I've had stickers in my ass.
Well, you outdid me with these stories. I was expecting only like one.
Not purposely, I mind you.
I don't know, man.
You got anything else?
I'm still caught up on how you said "now purposely." Like, you definitely, it went through the pants?
It went through my pants.
So you pulled your pants down with a sticker sticking halfway out the pants and in your ass. Like, it hurts to take your pants down.
Oh, it hurt. It hurt. I need
no doubt. I wasn't at a 90-degree before I pulled my pants down.
And I don't know. I was young. I was probably scared.
Were you crying?
I don't remember if I was crying or not. I was most definitely startled. I had a sticker in my ass. I had a foreign object in my little kid bum.
Now there's no problem with it.
You know what? Now not so
much. Let's go.
How you doing?
Okay, pilot episode fucking done.
It's done.
Okay, but done.
Complete.
Your mom loves this podcast.
Her
Tell your
favorite
mom.
podcast.
Tell your mom. Tell your dad. Tell your auntie.
Tell your sister.
Tune in. Tune in.
Tune in.
We're gonna try and drop some weekly eps. Just try it out.
Try it out. You want to try it out? Try it out.
Let us know how you feel. Like, comment, do the subscribe-dible, whatever the hell you want to do, you do it.
Bada bing.
The hostess with the mostests. It's your boy Tony. It's your boy Justin. In and out, just like that.